Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Gio and Dan. I should say our channel, my husband and I's channel. We started our company, Gio and Dan, and he's a big part of that. We're a good partnership. But today's video is all things felt balls. All things you can make with felt balls. And I am so excited for this video. You guys, I'm obsessed with felt balls. We sell felt balls on our website, geoanddan.com. I will link that down in my description box if you're interested. But I just went on this bender of what things can I make with felt balls that would be fun and pretty and go in your home. So I hope you guys enjoy the tutorials in this video. Let's get into kind of the things that we've made.
Someday you'll know. You know what I'm going to say. I've been feeling this way for far too long.
So first off, I made this adorable table runner, and I don't have it with me physically right now. I made it for a customer and didn't get a chance to record my video before sending it to her. So I will put a picture up here so you can see it. It was so fun to make, and I think it turned out adorable. It was a long and tedious process, as you'll see in the tutorial. The second thing we made was these adorable posters. I'm just in love with them. I also made this adorable car diffuser. So what you do is put whatever scent of oil you want onto the felt balls, and it makes your car smell really, really good. And I'm excited to put it in my car. I added the little tassels just as a cute little accent, as well as the wooden bead, but you put the oils on the felt balls and the oils soak into the felt balls. I'm in love with it, and I will take pictures of it in my car. Another thing I made was, of course, a felt ball garland. So there will be a tutorial in this video for that, but I just love how it turned out. I love being able to experiment with different patterns and things like that for the garlands. If you know me at all, I have so many garlands in my house, it's not even funny. I love them to death. Every style garland you can think about. In fact, our fall launch that is coming up very, very soon will have a couple adorable garlands in it, and I can't wait to show you. And then last but not least, we made a pot holder so that when your hands are hot, you can take it and put it on top of that instead of placing it on your table. I don't have it physically with me right now, but I will insert a picture right here so you can see it. And it is a very, very simple tutorial. So I can't wait for you all to see these tutorials. I hope you love them. I hope it inspires you to want to create. And yeah, let's get into it. For all of these crafts, you're going to need a large eye needle. So I'm just threading the needle. I lined up my hot pad how I wanted it. Make sure that it's the same number one way as it is the other way. So I did 7 by 7. In the beginning, the first felt ball you need to go in on an angle, and the last one you need to go in on an angle of each row. That way you won't see any of the string later on. Balls in the middle, you're just going straight through, and then you pull all of the balls up to line up with the other rows, and then you repeat it. Go in on an angle on the first ball, and then go straight through the other ones, go on an angle on the last ball. Now I'm just going to take the scissors and cut just to leave a teeny bit left so that I can tie a knot in the end. Now you're going the opposite direction. You're going to skip the first one, but you're going straight through all of those balls until you get to the end of that row, and then you will go in on an angle and then go in on an angle on the next row, and then repeat right down just like you did on the other one. It's a little bit harder because it's a little bit tighter together, but you get the hang of it. At this point, finishing the 2 rows, the end extra ties were getting in the way, so I decided to go knot them now. So I did 3 knots and then cut off the remainder of the string so that it quit getting mixed in with the other string that I was trying to work with.
Friends are waiting in line, sharing one last blue camel. Don't have any money.
Here I just flipped the hot pad around so that the remaining parts that I needed to sew together were closer to me, just so it doesn't freak you guys out and you don't think you're losing your mind and then I'm stitching the same place. But yes, I switched it around. The final piece is just tying those 2 ends together. The cool thing about going in at an angle means that the knots will be hidden. Now we're going to work on just a regular garland. So I measured out 6 feet of string. It's crochet thread. I picked out my felt ball colors and put them down, as well as my scissors, and got my needles as well, and then cut the string and threaded the string to get ready to do the garland. Now for this first piece, you go straight through the felt ball. I took it all the way to the end, and this is how I tie ends so that the felt balls aren't able to move. Now I went back to the other side of the string and restrung it onto the needle, and I'm going to start my pattern of my felt balls. I decided to do 5 felt balls together and then tie a knot to keep them in place, and then I made a space in between those 5 felt balls, and then I did 5 felt balls again. Just kind of did my own pattern, but I like to do the knot so that the spacing that I created stays put instead of moving when you hang your felt ball garland.
I was here. I see you struggle.
This is the last felt ball, so I'm doing my knots at the end. I'm going to tie 2 knots, and then I cut off that string, and then I create a loop to tie a knot to have a loop at the end to be able to hang my garland. And I cut off the remaining string, and I do the same loop on the other side of the garland, and it's finished. Super, super easy.
If you lost your sight, I will run through fire. I will carry.
Now we're gonna do the cup coasters. This one was a little bit more complicated than the square pot pad was. You're doing the same thing at going in on an angle on the end pieces and going straight on the middle pieces. Now I'm just cutting the string so I have something to tie. This is where it gets a little bit more complicated. Instead of going through the felt balls, you're going to go through the top portion of the felt ball and then go to the one across from it and go through the top portion of that so that the felt ball that's zigzagging fits directly in between the other 2 felt balls on the other row. And then you continue that all the way down.
You say you only wanna be best friends.
On the last 2 balls of each row, you have to go in at an angle through both of those felt balls. So you kind of do a arrow shape, the top of a diamond shape through the first ball into the second ball that goes into that next row. And then you'll go through and do the same thing where you go just at the base of the ball to the next row to the base of the ball, and on and on.
Yes, we are that perfect match. Ain't no catch. You and I will make it last. Place your bet on me and everything will be alright. Take a chance, ain't no risk. You and I won't hit and miss. Give yourself to me and we'll be more than friends for life. It always feels good to be honest. Can't you admit that you want this? Everybody knows it except for you. When you're lying there on your deathbed, you will regret you kept quiet. Also not telling me straight up.
With this last row, I got all the way finished and realized that my string to tie was on the other side. So I just ran the needle back through to the other side and tied my knots and cut it off.
See, you're in love with me. It's obvious we are that perfect match. Ain't no catch. You and I will make it last. Place your bet on me.
This tutorial was really easy to do, but it took me so long to do. And we'll get into it, but it is so fun. So it is an oil diffuser for your car. I picked out my felt balls and my wood bead, and I used a thicker string because I wanted to be able to have a tassel at the bottom. The problem with this thicker string is it's harder to get through the felt ball. So most of this time was spent wiggling that needle over and over and over again until I could eventually get it through felt ball. Then I put the wood bead on, and then I put the needle onto the other side of the string, and I restrung it back through the felt balls, wiggled it around till I could get it through each one. It worked better to go through one instead of each individual one. And that way I made myself a loop up at the top so that I can hang it.
To the moon and back, we had a love like that. Why do I feel like that's slowly fading? We used to be friends, that was way back when. You and I, we were a slow burn, baby. Oh, we were young, so
Also, another reason for putting the string back through is so that you have two strings at the bottom that you can tie your tassel onto when the tassel is finished. So right now I am measuring out my tassel length, and I'm just going back and forth over so that my tassel is thick, and then I'm going to bend it in half and put the string through it and tie those two strings together so that it is tightly up against the wood bead and will stay in place.
you're right next to me. I can hear you sleep, but I know you're not dreaming.
Now I'm just cutting off those extra pieces of string, although you could cut them to the length of the tassel and keep them in there if you wanted. Now I'm getting a piece of string and cutting it so that I can loop it around and tie a knot to make a nice little bubble top of the tassel, and then I'm going to cut off the extra pieces of string. So now I'm just cutting each loop at the bottom so that I can make my tassel, and then I'm going to line up the string and cut straight across so it's all the same length.
I won't be the one to hold you back, 'cause we can stop the time, it's just a fact.
And that's basically it. I hung it up in my car and I used a wild orange oil, and you guys, my car smells so good. Thank you all for watching. I hope you loved those tutorials. If you are interested in any felt ball kits, please go to my description box and go to our website, geoanddan.com, where we will have all of the felt balls on there. You can choose which colors you want, which is a huge perk. And we also have clearance felt balls at the moment in the 1 inch. The 1.25 inch are what we will regularly stock. So just the 1 inch are on clearance. But if you are interested in those, please go down in the description box and click on that link. I hope you guys loved this. Please subscribe to this channel. It really, really helps me out, and it's a free way that you can help me out. Comment down below what you want to see next. Like this video, and until next time, we'll see you later.